Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is the Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games in a hunt for the best score for the Decathlon. If you like what you see, remember to hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. Let the games begin. This is Motorsport Manager. It's week 34 of competition, and here's where we're at. Approaching middle of the season, or right about middle of the season. Yeah. And we're still sitting on the same 9 points that we grabbed right at the beginning of the season. De Vries with a second place finish, and Verline in fourth? That solid opening race weekend where we really benefited from everybody else having mechanical troubles has resulted in 0 additional points on the season since then. We're still hanging on, though, in 8th place to make sure we don't get relegated. 10th is what we really need to avoid, but all the teams have scored some points now. So at some point, I really think, just to be safe, we're going to need at least a little bit more. But if you look at it, we're only 3 points out of 4th place. So there's really only a few teams that have been doing most all of the scoring on the season, as it takes a top 6 finish in order to earn points in a race. And with an 8th place car, it's difficult to get that high in the standings. And as we go to head to Munich, Nick De Vries. De Vries actually just got a Formula 2 win about a week back. In real life, De Vries, he's struggling right now. He's got cracked ribs for 3 more days. After a big crash in the last race, saw a pretty good race turn pretty sour, so his fitness is well down at the moment. So not expecting any fireworks at the moment. We are not going to leave him at home, though, because obviously our backup driver, our reserve driver, is no good. Okay, quick part fitting. We are getting in pretty good shape for a lot of our parts. Much improved anyway. So round 7 of 13 of the championship. It is the Asia Pacific Super Cup, the second tier of the single seaters, also known as F2 in real life. And when I had the mod fully active, it would flash that up on the screen. But that doesn't go too well when it's a trademark. Alright, let's get the weight stripping taken care of real quick. 80% is plenty to get through the race without issue. There we go. So we're going to gain 260 and 245 on the cars. Okay, we're going to be running softs. Oh wow. I need a lot of downforce on this track. I'm going to have to go back and adjust that for Verline. head out to practice. You're set up on the qualifying trim. Let's get you on the race trim. As we are not going to earn a pole, so we're not going to pick up 2 points there. So I'm not going to set up that qualifying trim. Race day matters a lot more. That's where the points come. As per my normal, this is how we run practice. By the way, there is a new game for Motorsport Manager that is out. It's Motorsport Manager 3. So Motorsport Manager 3 is just out, and that is on Android and iOS. And if you haven't checked it out yet, it's actually really cool. They've added some neat features. It is so close to the PC game. It's not lacking for much at all. The only thing that it's really lacking in comparison is it's still dots instead of the actual cars. Ooh, nice. Setup's not too far off. So why don't we try that and see what that does, and then we'll add that little more downforce and get you back out there. Gearing seems just right. I wouldn't call that just right. We're only at 87%, but okay, add some more downforce, and we'll do the same thing. See where that gets us. Okay, get them both brought back in. Anyway, one of the new additions, which I actually like, even though it takes away... Ooh, went the wrong way on both of those. Or all of those. Wow, we did. We went the wrong way on everything. Okay, so going back to that, we want to push this way. And we want to go that way. Right? Yes. It's only good, so maybe some more. Alright. Anyway, it skips practice. It's a mobile game. It's meant to play faster. It does. It plays a lot faster than this. Okay, downforce is just right. And we too went the wrong way here. So we want to bring this back the other way. And we're going to need a little more speed balance. And maybe not so much on that, because it was great. There you go. So really just the speed balance part. Alrighty. Might let him go a lap or two here, actually. Let's go ahead and run a hot lap. We're getting close enough. Okay, there's a hot lap. And race trim 2. You know what? We're gonna leave our line out there, so we can get that third level. Excellent, great, and great. Oh, so close. Okay, going the right way. Yes. Okay, we're going to switch to the qualifying trim, and we're going to put on those super softs. And DeVries should be good to go now. Set up, ready for the race. Meanwhile, Verline, can you get us to level 3 on your own? I would have liked to have brought him in that lap, but okay, he's almost there now. He's having to go around another lap though, and he's coming in automatically anyway. There we go, race trim 3 and soft tires 3. Anyway, they Motorsport Manager 3, they made it to where there is no practice. It goes straight into qualifying, if there is qualifying, in the series. And it's card-based, which is interesting, but I like it. It works. 96%, huh? Alright, so that was good. And that's great. So we want to keep pushing just a little bit this way. Okay. Qualifying trim, super softs. DeVries is about to come in. Ooh, you're still not perfect either. 97. That is so close. We'll try to make a small adjustment. Still need to go just a little more to the right, and that's going to be hard to manage. You know what? Let's stick with the 97 then. I don't think I can get what I need out of it. Yeah, we'll try the tire pressure, see if that small adjustment helps. Okay, you're already on qualifying trim, you're already on the super softs. Final minute of practice. And it stops once the time runs out, so we just miss getting the bonuses. Verline's up there on the setup. Anyway, so it has a different way of doing the setup, but when you do that qualifying, it doesn't allow you to go out and come right back in. You have to complete the run to get the upgrade, to get the feedback. And even though I do the opposite here, I like that. It's good. No qualifying boosts at all. I don't know how we didn't make it as early as we changed it over. And there was a good 5+ minutes left. So probably not going to qualify terribly well. Alright, get them both out there for their first run. Tire temperature is nearly up, and they're both starting to overheat just a little bit. Brakes especially. Okay, I got tire temp perfect, brake temp just a little hot, brake temp just a little hot, tire temp, I thought I had it to where it was lined up for perfect. It slipped just below to good, but that's, for both cars, a pretty good setup for their hot laps. But again, without any bonuses, we're not likely to qualify terribly well here, as we're dropping right down the order. Really not likely to do a whole lot better, but let's wait for the grip on the track to go up a little bit. And we'll get them both out there for one last run late on. Alright, let's get Verline out there now. Put them on fresh tires. And we'll get DeVries out there in about 20 seconds. Okay, let's do it. Fresh tires. Means I only have one set of fresh tires for the race. But of course, I'll likely be on the softs for both laps, so. Alright, now let's get DeVries lined up, and then we'll worry about, Verline lined up, and then we'll worry about DeVries. Okay, a couple corners here. Now let's get you heated up for, get those temps back up. Okay, yeah. Heat them up. And you're about to brake. Heat them up. Come on. Get that balance. Alright, tire temp, perfect. Brake temp, little hot. Verline wasn't really looking at his finished product, but I think he was okay. Alright, so Verline's good to go. Am I not going to get... Oh, that's... Okay, DeVries did just start his lap. So they're both on a hot lap. That's what I wanted. And laid on with good grip. Verline's slow in Sector 2 after going faster in Sector 1. DeVries is slow in Sector 1, so they're both down on their previous times. Let's see, Verline coming up on the finish line now. No improvement. DeVries slow in Sector 2 again, but only 6/10 off the pace. So if he can keep it less than 4/10 on Sector 3, he'll actually have a better time than he had the first time. Doesn't manage to do it. So 14th and 19th. Without those bonuses, I knew we were going to be slow today. And we certainly were. Certainly matters a lot more on Sunday than it does on Saturday, though. Rain is predicted for race day, so that's gonna affect things, but it's dry now, so the first part of the race is at least going to be dry. We're going to need to keep an eye out. Go ahead and take that soft tire bonus then. Tire changes are fast anyway, so that bonus doesn't help now. I don't want the super softs, I want softs. I don't know how long till the rain comes. but my bonuses are tied to the softs anyway. And if the rain holds off a while, I'll have those. Alright, weight stripping's already good to go. Driver strategy, we'll go ahead and push early on. See if we can't gain a few positions. And then we'll make up for it later. Okay, rain's still looking to hold off until at least lap 7. Great start from Verline. De Vries, not so good. Loses a position. Verline's already picked up 3 spots. Make that 4 spots. Oh, caught up 3 wide though. Huge. Huge pileup among the cars as they're all stacked up, and it drops Verline way back down the field. Now Verline and De Vries both starting to make their way through as a little more space opens up here. I gotta watch the tire temps as I don't want it to come up too early on, and keep checking the weather, especially when I can't see that far out. So De Vries is 12th at the moment, Verline moving up to 14th, and they're both hitting the happy point on the tires. I'm gonna back them off just a little bit on that. Keep them on high but not overtake mode. Hopefully they can still make some progress through the field, as we are just 13th and 14th on the grid right now, which is not great. Okay, rain's still holding off for a while. Looks like we're going to have to settle into the position here. And we'll move things on ahead for a little bit. We drop a spot to 14th and 15th as one car has moved past. Okay, Graham Rahal has crashed. He is 2nd in the points, so that definitely hurts him. That hurts his team. But it looks like it's just a local yellow. And that gets us... Oh, virtual safety car. I feel like it's too early to pit. Let's ignore for now. It's only 50 seconds. It might be lifted before we even get back to the pits. It is. Okay. So no change. Alright, so we are 12th and 13th now. As Matsushita also. So the top 2 cars in the championship are out of this race. That actually really opens things up. However, I'm still not even in the top 10, let alone pushing top 6 right now. But then again, I'm just on the soft tires. And this is going to be mostly about the weather. There might be a weather change coming. It's still going to be dry, but that might be changing. Temperature is going to drop a bit. Tires are good. Fuel's good. Shouldn't be hurting our condition at all right now. Without Matsushita and Rahal, Tefesa actually might run away with this race. Seti Camera is doing pretty good in 2nd, just 5 seconds back. We are holding up the show. There's a huge gap between me and Galil right now. Well, 4 seconds. That's not a huge gap, but it's certainly a gap, as the whole back of the field is stacked up right behind my drivers within 3 seconds. So not looking so good today. There's the rain coming lap 14. Will I get to lap 14 on these tires? I don't think so. Where are we now? Lap 7? Oh, I need to go. I don't know if conserve's going to do me any good because of the tire temps. And when the rain comes, it's not going to come instant. Switching to the intermediates too early is not going to do me any good. But I want to stay off pit road, and there's cars already pitting now. Definitely caught in a dilemma here. I don't know if I can make it that many laps. De Vries looking slightly better on the tire wear, but only by a few percentage points. It would be ideal if I can wait till the rain. The rain's going to come in hard. It's going to go within 2 laps. It's going to be up there. So I am going to try to conserve these tires and wait to pit until the rain comes and then go to the intermediates. Otherwise, I'm having to make a whole extra stop. Markelov, Savanen have already stopped. Steady camera all stopping now. 30% on the tire wear, a few laps away from the rain. I'm going to take that slowdown. That does put us in the risk of going dangerous, but we're going to switch to those intermediates. It looks like we're not even going to be on intermediates terribly long. If that heavy rain, we'll be switching to wets. So I'll pit when I have to pit. Otherwise, yeah, there you go. Devesa putting on intermediates now, a couple laps before the rain comes. That's just going to tear those tires apart. Alright, Verline is in the red, below that 25% threshold. But we're going to risk it. We're going to hang on. And look at that. Markelov, Albin they're going to have to pit again soon. But with only a couple laps till the rain comes, that part is expected. Both cars hanging on for now. Verline getting slow, 20%. De Vries now just broke into that 25 mark. De Vries is putting some distance between him and Verline at the moment. But we are up to 5th and 6th on the grid as of right now, and only 2 cars, now 3 cars, have intermediate tires on. I'm surprised Devesa is actually holding up as well as she is. I think that mistake is going to cost her this win, though. Switching to the intermediates that early, it's too early. She's losing time. She's slipping back. But can we hang on long enough? I'm at 14%. Do I bring in Verline now, a lap early? Stagger him, bring in De Vries the next lap. I'd really rather make it one more lap. I'm going to try one more lap for Verline. Verline's up to 4th. De Vries pulling away. Now, intermediates. Those could almost go the distance. Let's get that fuel then that we need for the rest of the race. Nice, just a 10-second stop. If we're going to make any sort of progress, get anywhere near... Here we go. Here comes the rain finally. So we've got a little dampness to the track. So Verline's going to pit this lap. De Vries hanging on one more lap. This is going to cool those tires off quick though. So Verline is now sliding backwards, losing a couple spots, but it's only a couple seconds worth. So for that, it's worth it. Ooh, Verline's really slowing down now. You know what? They're both coming in. It's 10 seconds. There's... Hold on. Let's cancel. What's the gap between you? 10 seconds. Okay, so they're both coming in now. I'm not waiting another lap for De Vries to lose 5-6 seconds on the track. We're only a little off the pace right now, but we're going to be a lot off the pace if I wait another lap. So De Vries coming in first. Verline's going to be coming in right behind. We'll see if they can't finish the pit stop in time to not hold up. De Vries is in. Good so far. Done. Out just in time, and there's Verline. Perfect timing. No hold up. Verline does not lose any time. De Vries comes out in 10th place. Verline looks like is out in 13th. Now there's only a handful of cars left on the track that are not on intermediates. A few, like De Vessa, have already lost. Tench, King, all have quite a bit of tire wear already. And the rain's going to pick up. It's not going to get to wets, though. It looks like we're going to stay in the intermediates range. So we're going to be good to go for quite a while. We have a little bit of excess fuel, but not much. I'm going to hang on to it for now. And I think we might end up going to the end on these tires. So I want to manage the temperatures on them. De Vries loses a spot to Galale. So we had actually picked up a spot on Galale in the pit stop. Alright, we might pick up some spots on those who are just now pitting. Yeah, there's one position gained. Verline. I don't think Verline's going to get out in front of him, or does he? Yes, he does. So Verline up to 11th. De Vries is 10th. Big gap between the two. De Vries just flew by Savanin, who is now way slow as the track is quite wet. Okay. We're going to push for a little bit, keep the tire temps up. Savanin continues to slide backwards. Verline is definitely going to gain that position. Albin and Steadicamera are also losing a ton of time at the moment, and they're all three going to have to pit now. Albin not okay. Albin's pitting. Yeah. So both cars are going to move ahead of the three. And that puts us up to 7th and 8th. And the cars ahead of me, Tench, De Vessa, probably going to have to pit again. I think I can make it to the end of this race. So let's speed things up and see how we're doing. Tire temps are back to optimal, but I'll push for a little bit longer. Ooh, Sergio Steadicamera has crashed. That's the third crash. To me, it would have been nice if one of the front six crashed, because that would mean I'm into the points. I'm still outside of the points in 7th and 8th. De Vries is right there, though. Localized yellow. Let's slow it down a little bit, though. Okay, yellow's already lifted. Just 17 cars left running. We're still in optimal range, so I will continue to push. This also might be a good time to go into overtake mode. De Vries, I want you to attack. I want to get into that top 6. Can you get ahead of Galale? Okay, we'll go just on high for now. There was no apparent overtake there, so and same with Verline. It's time to try to gain some ground on these guys. I'm really hoping that Tench at least will have to pit, and if De Vessa pits as well, that'll put us up both cars just into the points. Okay, it's going to dry out right on the last lap. It would actually be beautiful if some of the cars begin to pit right around the last lap as the track dries out and lose a bunch of time. I will be going the distance. Alright, speed things up for a little bit. 7 laps remaining. De Vries just outside of the points. Okay. Ooh, another yellow Giotto. Luca Giotto has also crashed. That's the 4th crash of the race already. And all of them are big-time drivers. 6 laps to go, and I have 7 laps worth of fuel for De Vries exactly at the finish line, and Verline about plus 1.2, so I can keep the engine mode up as long as condition is holding out, and both cars are doing just fine in that department. Okay. Tires are approaching optimal again, a little bit worn, but I think we're good to go still for the end of the race. There's Tench. Tench is pitting, and I am up to 6th and 7th. I'm in the points for the first time since the first race of the year. And Devesa is pitting. She's back out, coming out in between De Vries and Verline. So De Vries is now 5th place on the track. King has pit. Delatraz is 3.5 seconds behind Verline, so Verline finally has a bit of a gap. De Vries is still just behind the 2 cars ahead, and both of them are a little bit worse for wear on their tires than De Vries is. All of the top 4 are hitting that 25% mark right about now, and there's a good chance with 3 laps remaining that they will have to pit, or at least go into conserve. 3 laps to go. My tire wear is also hurting, so this is going to be interesting. And I might be able to turn the engine mode up also here pretty soon. Don't worry, De Vries. Don't worry. We got this. Podium's just right there. 2 cars away. Verline is making up some ground, so Devesa is actually not gaining at the... no, Devesa I think is closing me down, so hopefully I don't slip back a spot. 2 laps for the leader. Mazepin is running away with this one, but tires are very worn on Mazepin. Track's drying out. Track is drying out. I am not pitting though. It won't be dry. It's going to be just damp here, so. Final 2 laps. Track's drying out. Tires are going away. And we do have plenty of excess fuel, so. And here comes Devesa on fresh tires. We're going to lose that spot. There's no way we're retaining it these last 2 laps. So it looks like I could be faced with a 6th and 7th place. Or can I get ahead of Galil? Final lap. De Vries. Push. Give it. Ah, there goes. There goes Devesa. 4-way battle. The podium is right there. And we're looking at a 6th place. Looking at a single point right now. I am going to push with everything I've got left. But, that's dangerous. There's only 17%, 16% left on these tires. I might as well just give it whatever I've got to get to the end here. I should securely be in 6th, and even if something happens to De Vries, Verline would inherit 6th place. So De Vries is going to push. De Vessa makes a pass. Looked for the move, couldn't make it, and we finished 6th place. 6th place. It's a point. There's the pass after the fact, but it doesn't matter now. So De Vries 6th, Verline 7th. Best finish since the first race of the season. So close. Neck and neck. 3rd place to 6th was only a second gap. Tried to make a move on the final turn. Couldn't get past him. But good race strategy. Only the single pit stop really, really helped. You can see De Vessa had that extra pit stop. That's what cost her the win because she pit so early. I was right about that. She did move back up as high as 4th place in the end. Tench, same thing. Pit early, had to pit twice. The cars that all pit once, right at the front. Here's all those 2 stoppers, and they ended up across the back of the grid, besides the couple fastest. So, good race strategy. Helped get us that 1 point today. That certainly does have an impact. I'm thinking about 13 points will be enough on the season, and that's 10 now, so only 3 points short. De Vessa still ends up getting 7 points, second best on the day, as she qualified first and had the fastest lap of the race. So De Vries hangs on to 10th place. Galale is now level on points with 7. And we retain 8th place in the Constructors. No gain for MP or Russian time, which is good, as they are definitely my main competitors, making sure that we do not get relegated this year. As I continue to improve the car, I think next year we'll be competing for points a lot more often, but this year it's tight. De Vries will be recovered here after the race from the cracked ribs. Quick interview. Contentious agent, sure. And not that good of a driver, so no. Not worried about her joining us. Pit crew, crash heavy race. Partially thanks to the weather, but the first couple of crashes were before that. And let's see, there are new options for hiring. Is there anyone any good? You're not good enough. Nor are you. You're not good enough. You would be a good enough jackman. And they're not good enough. Let's see, 15, 13. And these guys that are Are you actually a 1712? I didn't think you were actually a 1712. Okay. Well, I've got better Jackman, so I don't need to take that one. Alright, so I'm going to get my pit crew set up for the next race. We are heading to the Ardennes Forest. So the Belgium Grand Prix is up next, and it looks like it's going to be a rainy one as well. So I could benefit from that. I'll be doing that race off camera, and then I'll see you again in Monza in Italy. Alright, well that does it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer, and remember, I'm aiming for the best of the best. So if you're ready to join me on my journey, hit subscribe, and tune in next time on my road to the record. Bye for now.